Hi bestie, welcome to your reading. Today we will be talking about an opportunity that seems too good to be true. So, let us look closer at your cards. For card number 1, you have rest. For card number 2, you have creation. For card number 3, you have vision. For card number 4, you have fear. For card number 5, you have boundaries. Let me get some shells to help you in picking your card. For card number 1, for card number 2, for card number 3, for card number 4, and finally for card number 5. So there you have your cards. If you have picked your card, you can find their corresponding timestamp in the video chapters or the description below. Do feel free to pause the video if you need more time in picking. Here we go. For card number 1. So you have rest and this little cryptid. This is your chosen shell for your card. Let me get your cards and we'll proceed to your reading. So let us first take any details about the opportunity that has come knocking to your door. Bestie, it seems that you see this thing as an opportunity because it is something that is rare and something that is seen only once in a blue moon, because this reminds me of a moon. However, this opportunity seems to have been said in a casual gathering or in a casual manner, or maybe in a half-meant joke. It was said in a joking manner, so you're trying to gauge if this was a half-meant joke or if this is a legit opportunity. You're trying to figure out if the opportunity or this event is real, because this seems to be something that you really want. It seems that this opportunity is something that you really want to have. It is something that you really want to do. However, right now you're being bothered by how it was spoken, because maybe there's no written agreement, only verbal, and the verbal agreement is made in a joking manner. It is too casual for the type of opportunity this is. For example, if this is a relationship, if this is in terms of your relationship, then this might be maybe jokingly saying like, what if we put this relationship on the next level? However, since this is said in a joking manner, you're debating if this person really does mean it, or if this is in the context of your career, then maybe this is a promotion that was said in a joking manner, and you are not sure if your manager or your boss does indeed mean to promote you, or maybe give you a bonus or a raise or something like that. So it is something that this opportunity is something in your life that you really wanted to have. However, as I said before, it seems that it was said in a very, very casual manner. It's in a joking way that you are not sure at all if you are being pranked or something. So you're being very skeptical about it, even though you really want to grab that opportunity, take that opportunity for yourself because you need it badly. You need the monetary value or the upgrade that this opportunity will be giving you if it is indeed true. That is why there is a lot of weighing the pros and cons on this situation. And so if you have already an opportunity or an event in mind, then yes, this is what that opportunity, that is the opportunity or event that we are talking about. So let us now find out what you need to know about that. Okay. Let me place your cards and I'll be right back. So there we go. It seems that, unfortunately, bestie, this opportunity or event might have been more of a pipe dream, in a sense that it's like building castles in the sky. And it is not that this opportunity is not real, but rather it is indeed real. However, the foundations of this event for it to be true is quite lacking. And there's also the sense of instability that it still needs a bit more time for it to develop, for it to mature, and then eventually maybe this opportunity will then blossom into something that is tangible. So basically, having this dream turn into reality will take some more time, and that time is not right now. So you still have a lot of internal or maybe emotional cleansing. There's also the aspect of being more rooted into, maybe if this is a relationship, then maybe there is still, or there are still things that have not been discussed, like, for example, how your parenting styles may differ, or if it is for a marriage, or if this is just for being relationship status, then maybe there is a conflict in terms of living together, or just, small things that you don't realize are going to be crucial henceforth. So, yeah, there is a need for cleansing and being more grounded for this opportunity to progress and turn into reality. Another example, if this is for the context of your work or career, then this opportunity might need more connections. You might need to form more connections with other people, or with maybe a client at a different company, something within the lines of that. You need to look into what are the goals, your goals, and how it aligns with the goal of the person you're talking to, and how they're going to progress that idea that they have right now, so that it will be more tangible. It would be, so it would be real, right? So that the plan would be more concrete. Because, it needs a bit more foundational efforts, more strengthening, more discipline, more maturity for this plan to finally take place. So what you're being advised is actually to not put all your eggs in this basket. Like, yes, maybe this is your friend pitching this business idea, and yes, it is indeed feasible. However, you are advised to not put everything you have and maybe quit your job and help in this, or push forward with this idea or this opportunity, because it is indeed an opportunity. However, it is not that stable for it to support that type of effort. And if this is in the aspect of your love life, then this means that you should wait and see more of the person that you want to have this progress in your relationship with first, and look at how you guys interact, your chemistry, how you guys mingle, how you guys recharge your social batteries, if you're feeling secure with this person, something like that. So you need more grounding and cleansing in whichever aspect of your life this opportunity is coming, or at least this perceived opportunity is coming. Because there's stuff that you're not seeing. There seems to be little things that are actually crucial in this plan, which makes it feel more of a dream right now, like a goal, but not really a tangible thing that can happen, eventually in a very near future. So yeah, you're being advised to hold on to your resources and think more wisely on how you're going to move forward with this event or opportunity, because it seems that you still need to have a bit of fallback just in case. This is not saying that this is not an opportunity at all, because it is indeed feasible. However, in all things, there is always risks, and it seems that the risks on this dream being pushed forward without any plans, any concrete things, any concrete strategies is not the way to go. So you're being told or advised to hold back a bit and make this plan more concrete, to make this feasible dream a reality. And then, so if it's like in this card wherein you are supposed to put the stakes, you're supposed to understand the stakes of this. Maybe if it is in your love life, then the stakes in this relationship, or if this is in your career, then the stakes to make this project progress and be profitable or be a success. So you need to understand the pros and cons, weigh everything that you can think of right now, so that you can make a more tangible plan for this opportunity or this dream or this goal. And yeah, it seems that you're also being advised to enhance the connection. If this is a career, if this is in your career, then this means that there might have been business connections that you have missed, or there might be a business connection that is upcoming still. So you have not yet met the right connection for this project or for this plan to proceed. If this is in your love life, then this means that, as I've said before, you need to know the person you're being with better before you decide to eventually upgrade or progress this relationship, because this right now is not the time. The moment that you're watching this reading, it is not yet the time for you to proceed with this perceived opportunity or to upgrade whatever it is that you're seeing. So yes, this opportunity is actually too good to be true because bestie, you need to calm down. Essentially, you need to calm down and think more about the pros and cons, the ins and outs, the strengths and weaknesses, everything. You need to think more about everything before you would indeed decide to go forward or to not push through with this plan or dream or opportunity. So yeah, that is all I have for you, pile number one. So yeah, this is all that I have for you, card number one. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and remember that this is merely a suggestion. Your path is still yours to consider. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for lending me your ears for a short moment. And remember, this reading is merely a suggestion. You are still the owner of your path. And yeah, thank you. Bye, bestie. Hi, card number 2. Your card is the creation. And your shell is this very generic looking seashell. There we go. Let me get your cards to let us have the details on what opportunity this is that seems too good to be true. Here we go. So, the opportunity that has come knocking on your door is actually something that is very out of your comfort zone. It is, oh, so it does, this opportunity, quote unquote, does not seem to be an opportunity at all, because it seems that it is something that has broken your heart, made you sad, made you feel broken, made you feel fragile, because it is something that deals with your personal boundaries or your morals in life, your beliefs. It goes against your core beliefs in life, and it has caused a lot of strife and like fighting. Although it seems that this fighting is more on an internal matter, because as you can see here, she's ruminating on like the situation, on maybe how to make this situation better, turn this situation around. And yes, it seems that this situation has already been turned into an opportunity, either by you or by someone in whichever field whichever field in your life this is. So yeah, so it's a sad event that was turned into an opportunity by a single person, or at least a group of people with one leader or one prominent person leading this change. Either this is you or this is another person. That depends on your situation, because this is, after all, a general reading. I'm just trusting that whatever resonates with you. Because yeah, that is the nature of a general reading. So let's see if we have any more additional info. So this opportunity has cleansed a lot from whichever field in your life this is. It has cleansed all of the bad stuff, and now it seems that you're in this space of being able to create and breathe, because the air is cleaner, the grass is greener, it's because it's like your environment has been purified on whichever context of your life this resonates. For example, if it is in your relationships, then it may have been that someone has broken your heart, and then it made you realize who are those in your life are truly loyal to you. truly supportive of you and those that are not supportive or not really in your favor. And yeah, so right now you're in this better place, better position to really enjoy and interact with these people, because it is a free and clean space and a very accepting space. And if this is in your career, then this might have been maybe either a office purge, in a sense that the toxic workmates have been kicked out of the company, or the company has changed hands. So when you thought that you have lost your job, it is actually an opportunity to find a new one that is, or a better one that better suits your capabilities and your experience and your passion, your likes and dislikes. So yeah, whichever resonates, that is the opportunity that we're talking about. So let me get the cards on what you need to know about this specific opportunity. Okay, so your advice for this specific opportunity or event is it's that you should venture off, because it seems that this previous event, has made you closed off. It has made you be wary of people or of opportunities or of events, and that has made you to not harness this magician energy of being able to create, being able to be more open, because it seems that this event was done. It seems that this event was done to make way for these new things, these new opportunities to come, because there's too much on your plate. So if this is in your relationships, then maybe you are having too many connections and not much deeper connections, which is why this cleansing has happened. Or if this is in your career, then maybe it is because you're having a lot of work on your plate. You have a lot of workload that you're not able to efficiently manage your time so that you will have a better work-life balance. And so this is the opportunity for you to finally get that better work-life balance. So you're actually being advised to venture out, and yes, this is out of your comfort zone. However, it is only when you venture out of your comfort zone. It is only when you venture out of your comfort zone and find what you really want, find the match that you're really trying to find. It is only then that you will have the solace, the environment that you're dreaming of, the relationship that you're dreaming of, the standards, the specs really that you're dreaming of, it is only then that these things will be in your hands. So it is not something that will be kept out of reach, but rather something that you will be able to hold in your hands, because you have finally ventured out and legitimately go forward and do an action for you to take this opportunity, take this event as an opportunity for you to finally take what is really yours, what really it is that you want to have. So of course, yes, there is going to be a lot of opposition in terms of rational decision making, because it seems that everything in here is more on in a personal sense, and also in the sense of your morality, your moral standards, your moral decisions in life, because it seems that this uncharted waters that you're trying to venture on, it is not something that you would rationally step into and try to venture on. It's like this new space is something that no sane person would do or take or even try to make an opportunity as, like how the adventurers have tried to venture on to uncharted waters, as I said, uncharted waters, and that is only when they have discovered that the earth is actually round and not the flat or the square that they're thinking about, and that you're just going to fall off the edge. Although I don't really recommend that colonialism. So anyway, so in terms of your opportunity, it seems that this is an opportunity that is not really something that you can rationalize. However, it is something that will lead you to your dreams and your goals and your passions. Or if this is in your love life, then this is the path that will take you to meet the one or your fated one. So it's like if this is your love life, then it's like you're trying to be more career-centered, career-oriented, be more focused on your passions, on your creative projects, on your career, and that is where you will meet your fated one or the one, which is ironic because you're trying to focus on your career, but your love life is the one that's blossoming. So in that sense, it is also applicable, for example, and if ever this resonates in the field of your career, then that means you're supposed to focus on your relationships, cultivating great relationships, good business connections, something like that, or maybe having your friends help you with your career endeavors. And then that is where you will find a breakthrough in whichever career just resonates with, which is, still the same thing with the love life. That is quite ironic that it is supposed to cultivate one aspect, but it is helping the other aspect too. So it's like you're supposed to travel this road together and not choose just one or the other. So yeah, it's like you're being called to nurture your inner child, your maybe forgotten passions, forgotten dreams. You're being called to look at this heartbreak, look at this sad event in a different perspective and see the other side of the fence, basically, because you're trapping yourself in this cage for too long that you have been comfortable in this state, but you're not seeing that the other side is actually better, and or that looking at the other side of the fence will help you cultivate your own fields. So it's like you're supposed to have a breakthrough or an idea by looking at those around you, at this uncharted waters. And yeah, you're just being basically called to enjoy and create and try until you succeed, basically. Even if there's a lot of maybe irrationality on this decision, on this path, maybe there's a lot of gossip that is difficult to hear, that is not pleasing at all to the ears. It is this path that will make you understand what it is that you're missing to make this opportunity or this heartbreak into an opportunity and break through to progress with whatever or whichever path in your life this is, whatever aspects of your life this resonates with. So yeah, basically, this heartbreak, turn it into an opportunity by going into uncharted waters and looking more into your inner desires, inner self, and see the other side. Even if there is a lot of irrationality and gossip that this may bring, this is the path that will make you blossom and find that opportunity that you're waiting for. So basically, it's a call to action that you have to really work on it. And yeah, that is all that I am getting from your cards. Yeah, that's all. And thank you for lending me your ears for a short moment. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And remember, this is merely a suggestion. You are still the owner of your path. And if you have any more topics that you want to hear on our next readings, you can suggest them on the comments and maybe we'll try to tackle that. So thank you for listening again and bye, bestie. Hi, bestie. Hi, bestie. Card number 3. So this is your chosen card, Vision. Okay. This is your shell. Okay. Let me get your cards so that we can have more details on this opportunity that might seem too good to be true. There we go. So, pile number 2, your opportunity seems to be something that came from a very intimate or closely tied, a very deep relationship, or maybe related to maybe a lover or a very, very, very close friend, like a childhood friend, or maybe a parent, or maybe a work friend if this is in the terms of your career. So a very, very intimate place. This comes from a relationship that is very intimate to you. You two are very close. And it seems that you might be planning something together, and this relationship might have been ridden with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of thought. You have thought a lot about this relationship or this person. So it's just a very intimate person, a person that is very close to you. And this opportunity is something that they might have brought up to your attention. They might have presented this opportunity or event to you. And yeah, basically, you have tried to upgrade this relationship to the next level, or maybe there was a proposal, even, or yeah, the proposal in terms of both either relationships or your career, on whichever this reading resonates for your context, for your specific context, because this is a general reading. So unfortunately, it is very vague, and it will depend on you on which field of your life this will resonate. So yeah, it is an intimate relationship that you have tried to upgrade, or maybe tried to build something together. However, it seems that it didn't go as planned. There might have been a natural disaster or an accident along the way that has caused this event to not progress into your intended goal or intended ending. So yeah, there's something that has happened which made you kind of like left behind. There's a feeling of being left behind, and the other person is no longer willing or no longer possible to proceed with this event that you have been planning together. So, yeah, let us get the cards for what you need to know about this specific opportunity or event that seems too good to be true. Okay, so okay, so your advice is that you might have been overthinking this situation a lot because it seems that because it seems in your perspective all might be lost. However, your cards are saying that that is actually not the case. It's just beginning. Maybe you are just being too focused on one aspect or the negative aspects of this event or opportunity that you're thinking too negatively on everything. Because honestly, bestie, the only things that seems to be bad is your mentality on this event or opportunity, and everything else in your cards are good. So maybe you're just having the jitters. Maybe you're just being too anxious. You're worried a lot on this change that is happening. And you're overthinking that maybe all is lost or that you can't go back to the way things were before. However, there is no need to go back because what you're going to have is what you've always wanted. This is the thing or the opportunity or your dream. This is your dream that you've always wanted to have. Maybe if this is a family, if you want to have a family of your own, or if you want to have a stable job, like this is it. You're just on the precipice. This is just the surface of or the tip of the iceberg, and you just need to push through with this a little bit more. Like as you can see, the 3 cups in here has already been spilled, and you just need to do 2 more things and you'll finally get into the dream that you have been working on. However, you're focusing too much on the bad things, on the negative things, that you're forgetting, hey, this is your dream, not here. Your end destination is here. It's just part of the path. It is just part of your own mentality, of your thinking. And you're going to get where you want to be eventually. You just need to grit your teeth a bit and push forward with it because you've already broken through the fence or the wall that is, or you have already broken through the boundary between your previous state and the state that you want to be in. So you have already crossed this threshold. See, you have already crossed it, and you will finally be able to go to that goal of yours, of that dream of yours. You just need to push through and never forget your roots. Think about the things that you have done before, the lessons that you have learned before, and your fears are not going to come true at all because you've got this, okay? You got this, bestie. You're just being too worried, overthinking this situation a lot, to the point that you're forgetting that you got this. Like, you have the emperor and the empress at the same time. If that is not strength and stability and like nurturing this goal or dream, then what is that? So you got this, okay? You just have to push through it and remember where you came from, remember your lessons, remember that you may have not done this exact situation before, but you have done things that are similar to this that has led you to be stable in the face of this opportunity or this event or this change. And yeah, actually, I do not really do reversals of cards, but this one popped up like this. And like, see, it's like your progress is loading. It is currently in progress, in process right now. It is under construction. It is still on the precipice of being made into reality. And what you need to do right now is look back on the things that you have done before, look at your roots, look at your foundations, and that is where you will find that everything that you have been through before has led you to this place, and it is what will basically be your shield and sword to move forward into this new chapter of your life. So yeah, you got this, girl. This is very stable. You are in a very stable position. You are in a very stable place. You're just overthinking it, okay? You got this. If this is like a family that you wanted to have, like, girl, dude, you got this. Bestie, you got this, okay? You will not turn out to be your fears because the fact that you're reminding yourself and overthinking this is more proof that you will not turn out the way that you're fearing, or you will not go forward and, or rather, go sideways and be sidetracked into your fears, but rather go straight into your goals. So, yeah. Let's see if you have any more additional info. Do you have? Okay. Okay, so you are being told to enjoy the moment, enjoy the process as much as you enjoy the rewards or the end things or your dreams. Enjoy the means as much as you will enjoy the end of your goal, of your path. So, whichever context of your life this resonates, just enjoy the process. It is part of the process. Fortunately or unfortunately, it is part of the process for you to go through this because it is uncharted waters. This is a very new territory for you to venture in, and you're just being told to enjoy the process. And one day, maybe in the distant future, you will look back and see all of your progress from here on out, and you realize how much you have overthought this situation, and that how small or how simple this situation is actually is. That you're just overthinking it essentially. Okay, so yeah, that is all that I have actually. Yeah, so that is all that I have for you. Thank you for lending me your ears for a short moment. I hope you liked your reading. And remember, this is merely a suggestion. You are still the owner of your path. And yeah, bye bestie. Hi pile number 4. This is your card. Fear. And this is the shell that you chose. Let me get your cards to find any information on or details so that let me get your cards so that we can find the details on which opportunity that this is that you feel is too good to be true. So, the opportunity that has come knocking on your door is something that deals with relationships. You might have been ruminating a lot on your relationships, thinking on maybe the progress, or thinking if you want to either upgrade the relationship or lose the relationship. You're trying to see which connections are worthwhile. You're balancing a lot of the pros and cons on your relationships, on whether you really want or like being or getting along with this person, or if it is just something that is comfortable or given to you, something that is convenient. So if it's something that is convenient, or if you truly want this relationship to be maintained or to stay, and you're trying to see if you can venture out and try new things. Try to create new connections or maintain the present ones, which ones to maintain, which ones to disconnect, which ones are feasible to create new connections with. So it seems that your opportunity deals a lot with connections, relationships. Let's see if your advice or what you need to know about this specific opportunity. Let me get your cards and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So this your action of trying to venture out and weighing the pros and cons in your relationships is actually an opportunity for you to see a different side or a different aspect that you might have been overlooking. And that is what will make you more stable, make you more of a well-rounded person, and see both of the pros and cons of life, and basically realize how privileged you are. Because it seems that you're perceiving your situation as something that is very little, and that is why you're trying to venture out and look into more opportunities. Although, yeah, it seems that you're actually in a very privileged position. You are well blessed. You have everything that you need. You're just not seeing what these resources are exactly. And even if you are indeed seeing these resources, you are not sure on how you can use them exactly, on how these resources should be allocated. Maybe if this is your time, then maybe you're not so sure on how you can prioritize your tasks so that you can keep all aspects of your life healthy and thriving. So yeah, there's something that you are not seeing, and you venturing out and trying maybe new cultures, maybe you are going to go to a different place, a different country, a different state, a different city. It seems you're traveling, and that will help you realize how privileged you are, how to better allocate your resources, how you can grow more steady, or you can grow, how you can grow steadily and be balanced in both being grateful at the same time being more forward with your goals. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of realizations after this traveling opportunity or this change in environment. You will realize the small things or the things that you have subconsciously taken for granted, and you will realize how you are not harnessing your full potential, your full power, your full resources basically. And yeah, so you're just advised to venture out, continue your journey, your venturing out, your adventure, your open-mindedness. Keep your wits and politeness and kindness and generosity and being open with the experience. By the way, that generosity bestie applies both to you and your environment or the people around you. So be more generous to yourself in the sense that be more mindful of how you're perceiving these experiences so that it may help you, because the world, universe, God, whoever you believe in, is trying to make you understand your position so that you can have a better grasp of a wider view of your situation and have a more stable mindset, basically, and more stable discipline, a more stable rationality on how you can make these connections better, how you can make these blessings or these resources that you already have, how you can strengthen them and not be used against you, basically. Because as you can see with this card, she has two swords, but for some reason she lost with one sword, with the one who is having one swords, and she's already taken two at her back, but she's just using one. Why is it that she lost when she has two? It's because she's not utilizing her potential to the fullest. So it's because it's like when you're raised in a household that only uses a single-handed sword, you will never realize how to use a double-handed sword if you don't venture out of your household. So you need to learn from a different master, a different environment, a different culture, a different, maybe if this is career, then a different company, a different mentor. If this is love life, then you're supposed to learn how to handle relationships through the eyes of a different culture, because every culture has a different understanding, perspective of relationships. So you're venturing out of your usual or your typical environment will help you realize how you can better harness what you have right now. Because it seems that you're not using your resources to the fullest, you're not utilizing your potential, because in your present environment, this or your present self, current status is enough. But to get but to get to the end goal that you're trying to achieve, you are supposed to grow into a more holistic person than you are right now. And yeah, so your advice, in short, is to venture out and look at the pros and cons. Like you're doing good, bestie. Like just continue with what you're doing right now and what you are planning to do maybe right now. Just continue with it. You're just being told that whatever it is that you see, you experience, these are life lessons that you must gather and ruminate on and see how this can be applicable to your specific situation, and finally utilize your resources, your potential. Your potential so that you can finally reach your dreams. So that is all that I have for you, bestie. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for lending me your ears for a short moment. Remember that this is just a suggestion. You are still the owner of your path. Bye, bestie. Hi, bestie pile. Hi, bestie card number 5. So your card is boundaries. And this little cryptid. You also chose this shell. Let me get your cards so that we can have more details on the opportunity that seems too good to be true. There we go. So, your opportunity is something that is related to a relationship that it seems that you're taking it for granted, even just a little bit. You're seems that you're keeping this person or this relationship at bay because you're trying to gauge the specifics of the situation. You're trying to see if this is worthwhile. You are in a very secure and dominating position. Actually, you're in the higher position. For example, if this is a mentor and student, you're the mentor. If this is a relationship, then you are the person who receives the most care. If this is a career, then you might be the boss and this is your company or your employees, or you're the manager and this is, or a team leader and this are your team members. Or if this is a family context, then this might be you and your children. So yeah, take whatever resonates. This seems, this relationship is something wherein there is a higher and a lower. It is not an equal position of like power or status. And it seems that the person that is lower, considered lower in the recessive position, in the weaker position, the person in the weaker position is now venturing out and having more maturity, more independency from you. So they're trying to be more independent and basically leaving your care. So if this is in the aspect of relationships, then this then the person that is weaker or more, what do you call this, basically the princess of the relationship is having more responsibility, more doing more things, and not just having one side of the relationship or one person of the relationship do all the work, and they're also now starting to basically give more effort in the aspects that they can help with. So yeah, this is that specific event or opportunity that is happening. Let me get your cards to so that we can know what exactly is it that you're supposed to know about this event or opportunity. All right. So, yeah, this is legitimately an opportunity. It's a it's an event or a change that is very highly welcome, although you are, of course, skeptical about it, like worried if this person, or if who this pertains to can, actually go through with their promises, with their tasks, with their life in general. So there's a lot of skepticism. Good skepticism, by the way. Like, you're just worried about this person, or maybe you are the weaker person in this aspect, because after all, your card is about boundaries. So maybe your parent or your significant other or your manager or your mentor is micromanaging you, and you are maybe promoted, or you have the opportunity to finally work on something independently. And of course, it is a very welcome and a very positive thing to happen. The thing is, this person that is in the stronger or more dominant position is worried if everything will turn out fine, which is natural after all. They're the ones who have been nurturing you and helping you along the way, and this is very new territory for you. This is something that you haven't done before, exactly, in a sense that you didn't do stuff like this alone before. You have always had the help of this dominant person. So right now you are being very happy, at the same time scared, cautious about this new endeavor, this new, quite new, because you actually already did this before, only with the help of this dominant person. So, yeah, you actually already have the tools, you have everything that you need. You just need the courage to do it alone and finally break free from the dependency that you have on this dominant person. If this is work, if this is relationship, if this is work or family, you can finally break free in this dependent relationship and finally be more self-conscious, self-dependent, basically. If this is relationships, then this means that you can finally have a decent contribution in your relationship and not just have the responsibilities fall on the shoulders of one person, of the other person, and you can finally help this person. Or if you are the dominant person, then this other person in the relationship that is having a weaker standpoint is finally able to address your needs as well, and not just have their needs addressed or their likes or their dislikes addressed. So it's finally, this change or this opportunity is the change wherein you can finally have the semi equal, if not equal, relationship with this higher or stronger position person, and yeah, you're finally breaking free from maybe mental chains, societal change, environmental change, whichever this is. And you're finally having the courage to be independent and to be basically an adulting at its finest. And yeah, enjoying like the life of being independent, at the same time being able to create or do the things you want to do, because maybe your parents or your mentors has been micromanaging you a lot, and that has been stressing you a lot, and now you finally have the free time and the decrease in labor, because all you have to take care of now is yourself. In terms of relationships, it's finally time where you can finally go and do your hobbies or the things that you like, because the other person in your relationship has finally decided to lift their own weight. So you at least have only yourself to consider. And yeah, so honestly, bestie, if this is a relationship that you're resonating with, you better think twice, thrice, four times, five times. Think a lot if you really truly want to stay in such a relationship, because such an unequal relationship is not healthy. And yeah, if they are able to reciprocate your care, your love, then go ahead. But if they don't, you better think a lot. I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm laughing at the absurdity of your situation. Because, girl, bestie, girl, dude, bestie, know your worth, okay? I just want you to know that. Know your worth. Okay. So, oh, seems that you still have quite a few cards. Okay, let's see. Is there any more that you need to know? Is there any more that card number 5 needs to know? This is just basically confirming what I said, that know your worth. Know your worth, bestie. Seems that there's quite a lot going on in your life, and you only have like this much in front of you that you're seeing. If this is a relationship, by the way, if this is a family or work career aspect of your life, then this just means that good riddance. Good riddance in the sense that you're finally having this sense of independency, this sense of working for your own benefit, working and basically doing the effort for your own and not for at least 2 or more people. Wow, okay. Your cards are very direct. I don't think there are any more that we haven't read. Wow. Oh, so as you can see here as well, your cup has been very full. Cups are the symbol of emotions. So there are a lot of emotional burden that is happening in this relationship, in this unequal relationship, which is typical because this is an unequal relationship after all. So yeah, this is basically an opportunity for you to finally have the solo journey. If this is a relationship, then at least a semi-equal, or if not equal, relationship, to finally have enough mental capacity to handle the ups and downs of the emotional roller coaster that this is giving you. Finally having the courage to stand above all this mental burdens and responsibilities, and finally only having to worry about yourself and the things that you like, your hobbies that you may have been putting off because you're too busy to care on other people, even though the journey is too vague, the journey is not clear. At least it is better because you have a lighter weight on your shoulders. So yeah, very short reading for you. And that's all that I can see from your cards. Thank you for lending me your ears for a short moment. Remember that this reading is merely a suggestion. You are still the owner of your path, and your decisions are still things that you are supposed to make on your own. So, that is all. Thank you, bestie. Bye, bestie.